Hey, YouTube fitness people. Brent here. Today I'm going to focus on the back movements. We're going to do some lat pull downs. A back routine isn't a back routine if you're not doing lat pull downs. Especially with the seated row too, we're going to add that. You got to have a seated row in there. Just an all-around good back exercise. Face pulls of the upper back. Come back like this, and then of course the rope pullovers. All this is going to hit the lats, lower lats, the upper lats, mid back, the rhomboids, traps. We're going to focus more on the cable variation. The cable variations, I think, provides more stress on the muscle. You can isolate it. You can get more time under tension. It works better. Low risk of injury rather than doing higher weight movements that can cause potential injury. When you're 48 years old like I am, with a heart condition, I had to retune my workout regimen, and I found these exercises thanks to Eric Janicki Fitness. I thought I was done lifting weights, but with these high quality, time under tension, mind muscle connection movements, it works. I recommend it to anybody. We're gonna get it done today. High intensity, mind muscle connection. Let's get her done. All right, guys. Exercise number 1 in this back workout. We're gonna do some lat pull downs. If you're not using grips, I would use grips on this. So it's important when you do this, you get a good stretch at the top and dig in underneath when you come down. Keep your body straight up, stretch, come down, dig in. Keep your elbows in. Slow on the eccentric. Hold shoulders down, chest open, dig in and squeeze. Stretch, pause, dig in and squeeze. You can explode on the eccentric part. Keep your elbows in. Put so much tension on my lats, rhomboids, through the mid back. Pause at the top. So you can use a lifting grip so your forearms don't give out before your back does. Slow on the eccentric. Again, that 1, 2, 3 count. 1 Chicago, 2 Chicago, 3 Chicago count. Drive down and squeeze. Go to failure. The failure reps, you can go a little faster. Work on that mind muscle connection. Get a nice stretch at the top. Come down, get your elbows in. Get a nice big contraction. And explode on the eccentric. Mind muscle connection, guys. Slow and controlled movements. Full range of motion. This places so much stress on my lats. Holding the stretch, coming down, digging in. Time under tension, guys. All right, exercise number 2, the seated cable row. We're gonna go with a traditional V-bar, V-grip. Can also use a straight bar pull. I always suggest having a rowing movement in your training. It is the most proficient movement in developing a bigger, thicker back. Always hit full range of motion. So you come across, you want to get stretch, dig your elbows back. Reach for it. Keep postural. Keep my back arched. Get a big stretch. I'm gonna dig underneath, squeezing the lats. Stretching out before I work out. I can really feel those muscles that I'm trying to target. Stretch. Hit full range of motion. Now when you stretch, you'll stretch your lats out, that full range of motion. You'll engage more muscle tissue. Get a big stretch. Dig in. And get a nice contraction on those lats. Squeeze through. Keep your back straight, arched. Stretch. Stretch mediated hypertrophy. Keep your elbows tucked. Reach for it, stretch. Dig it down. I'm gonna try 8 to 10. So right now I'm pre-exhausting. And then when I get to failure, I will exhaust. Now when I get to failure, I'll exhaust. All right, exercise number 3, a rope lat pull over. I want to take a supinated grip for better lat activation. You don't want to stand straight up, you want to bend over. You want your body angled the same as the rope angle. And come down. What you want to do when you get down the bottom, come down and kind of pull up with your arms, kind of like you're putting on a seatbelt at the carnival ride. Stretch. You can use a staggered stance here. Push down and through. And you want to pause at the bottom 1 to 2 seconds. And if you can't, the weight is too heavy. Keep your arms slightly bent. Slow down and squeeze. A form cue here, push down and back behind you. So when you come down, put your arms back behind you, just like that. Pullovers are a great way to isolate those traps. When you're doing this right, you should have no real rear delt activation. Keep a slight bend in the elbows, stretch at the top, pull down and back. The triceps are involved. You're probably using too heavy a weight. We're going to try shoot for 12 to 15 reps with some failure reps in there. This is a good way to drive fatigue into those lats as much as possible. Kind of a pre-exhaust, and then our exhaust will be the failure reps. A great movement to isolate those traps. Slow down, squeeze at the bottom, get those lats working hard. I say a hold, 1 second pause, go back up, stretch, come back, hold. This really puts intense stress on those lats. And then when you're coming to your failure point, you want to bang out some failure reps. Ah, 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 ah. It's more about exercise selection and how you're moving the weight. Time under tension. Sometimes it trumps specific exercises you do. It's how you're doing them, how proficient you are at doing them. Add these pullovers to your routine and keep at it. All right, our fourth and last exercise, we'll do a face pull or a high pull. This is an upper back rear delt exercise focusing on the traps too. It's complete the full back look and density. Going to keep our elbows up and in, use a staggered stance. Pull back, your hands about ear height, slow eccentric, big stretch at the top, pull elbows high. Don't let elbows fall, keeping them high in the air. Ah. I'm going to aim for 10 to 12 reps on these, followed by some failure reps. Ah. Good stretch at the top. Ah, keeping your elbows high. This is a great finishing off movement for your upper back. Ah. It's a great way to build a full back. Ah. Now keep your pinkies up. Big stretch. Lean back. Keep your elbows high. Pull back. Reach for it. Pull back and squeeze. Reach for it. Pull back, squeeze. 1, 2, 3. Stretch. Pull back and squeeze. And I'll do some failure reps. It's a good way to build complete full back. This is a great finishing off movement. Keep it in your routine. You won't regret it. Oh, well, that's the last movement of today, this back workout. Incorporate in yours. You won't regret it. Okay, thanks for joining me, guys. I'm just starting this channel. I just want to share what I know in the gym, how to do it right, be healthy, do the right things. All right, guys, Brent out. Thanks for joining me.